The brilliance behind China's reputation as a nuclear powerhouse seems to mask some troubles. It is understood that China produces about 3,200 tons of nuclear waste every year, accounting for 1/3 of the world's total nuclear waste. As we all know, the radiation rays emitted by nuclear waste will ionize and excite when passing through the material, causing radiation damage to organisms, and at the same time causing permanent pollution to the soil, making it impossible to grow plants. If such a huge radiation threat is not handled properly, the Earth may face a devastating danger. So, in the face of this challenge, how does China deal with these nuclear wastes? Welcome to World Hotspot, where you will be able to learn about projects, cooperation around the world and important information about China. I hope you can subscribe to me. Let us discover more interesting things around the world together. When nuclear power is mentioned, it is often referred to as clean energy because it requires only 1/millionth of the fuel required for thermal power. However, the fuel used in nuclear power is not coal, but nuclear fuel. Nuclear fuel generates heat through nuclear fission or nuclear fusion in a nuclear reactor, and then uses water to convert it into steam to drive a steam turbine to generate electricity. However, once the nuclear fuel is used up, they become radioactive nuclear waste. According to data, these nuclear wastes contain about 96% uranium, 1% plutonium and other nuclides. Uranium-233 has a half-life of up to 150,000 years. If not handled properly, it will have an impact on the environment and pose a threat to human health. In addition, for the nuclear wastewater used to cool nuclear waste, since there is no direct contact with nuclear fuel and nuclear reactants, it can be treated by chemical precipitation, ion exchange and other processes, and then safely discharged through pipelines. Therefore, most nuclear power plants in the world temporarily store nuclear waste in pools in nuclear islands. According to the survey, the common method of disposing of nuclear waste in countries around the world is usually to use landfill. First, the nuclear waste is made into a vitrified solid and then packed into a metal container that can shield radiation. According to the radioactivity of nuclear waste, it is placed in a repository at different depths, waiting for the radioactivity to decay to a level that is harmless to the human body. For example, India spent $641 billion to build a huge base, put nuclear waste into a cooling pool first, and then put it into a huge pit, using hundreds of meters of soil to isolate radiation. However, this method may contaminate groundwater and damage the environment due to the lack of radiation shielding. According to reliable calculations, the capacity of India's nuclear waste storage base may not be able to accommodate any more nuclear waste after 5 years. According to statistics, the world produces about 10,500 tons of nuclear waste every year, of which China accounts for 3,200 tons. So, is China going to be like India, where nuclear waste keeps accumulating and takes up a lot of underground space? In fact, China has already considered this issue. Therefore, China developed the Venus II, also known as the lead-based nuclear reactor zero-power device, early on. Generally, the power density of nuclear energy is 1,000,000 times that of chemical energy, so the current utilization efficiency of nuclear fuel is less than 1%. The remaining 99% will be wasted as nuclear waste with high radiotoxicity and a hazard time of up to 100,000 years. Venus II can increase the utilization of nuclear fuel from 1% to more than 95%. It also recycles waste from spent nuclear fuel. In addition, Venus II contains lead-cold substances, which can convert the released energy into electrical energy while eliminating the radioactivity of nuclear waste. More critically, it saves billions in processing costs every year. Therefore, once it comes out, the United States and Japan, two major nuclear powers, have expressed their intention to purchase Chinese equipment and technology. In recent years, however, China's relations with both countries have deteriorated. Therefore, China rejected these requests. As we all know, on August 24, 2023, Japan officially began to discharge nuclear sewage into the Pacific Ocean. Many netizens commented on this, asking why Japan did not plead with China, or buy this technology at a high price. After all, buying technology to dispose of these nuclear sewage is better than discharging nuclear sewage into the sea to pollute the environment, right? It is understood that what Japan discharges is not nuclear wastewater, but nuclear wastewater. Nuclear sewage in direct contact with nuclear fuel has more serious radioactivity. Although Venus too can reduce nuclear waste and improve the efficiency of nuclear fuel utilization, it cannot solve the problem of radioactive substances in nuclear sewage. Nuclear sewage contains 64 kinds of radioactive substances, many of which cannot be effectively treated globally. Even with a solution, the setup would be prohibitively expensive to run. It is understood that Japan has proposed 5 plans to deal with nuclear sewage, including marine discharge, 3.4 billion yen, steam treatment, 34.9 billion yen, underground discharge, 18 billion yen, and electrolytic treatment, 100 billion yen. And solidification buried underground, 243.1 billion yen. Among these options, there are obviously some less risky options, but Japan has chosen the cheaper but riskier ocean discharge option. Since then, Japan has also spent 80 billion yen to subsidize Fukushima's fishing industry, and 70 billion yen to deal with negative news, and claims to continue direct emissions for 30 years. Obviously, Japan is unwilling to treat nuclear sewage at a high price. Dear friends, this video is over here. What do you think of China's approach? Do you think Japan's treatment is anti-human? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area to share your thoughts and feelings. If you like the content of this issue, please recommend him to your friends so that more people can see this video. Thank you for watching and supporting. See you next time.